Hey there, my diffuser divas. Happy Friday. I hope that you are having a great week. I know the weather's been really insane. We've been cold and hail and sun and rain and all of it all week long. I think there was even some snow in there in certain places today. So I'm hoping that you made it through the week. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to log on so we can just make some chit chat right now. And then I will go into all the things I had to do this week, which were super not fun because it involved lots of gross stuff in my house. So buckle in. At the end of this, though, I'm going to announce the special that I'm going to offer in April. And also talk to you a little bit about Oola, which I know that I talk about a lot. I am a huge follower of the Oola guys and the Oola lifestyle. At least I'm trying to be. So I was hoping to start sharing that a little bit with you guys. I did that about a year ago. I started posting just some information about Oola, getting people interested in it. But I'm really interested in offering a class. So again, this will be like one of Christy's classes where it's online. So you can come and go as you want. You can participate. You can just sit back and watch. You can log in whenever you want and get the information that I've put out. But it's really interesting, and there's no obligation to buy anything. There are books that you can buy that will obviously help you. There's workbooks that if you're really interested in making huge life changes, I would recommend the books. Or the workbooks. I don't actually have the workbooks. I just have the books that I read. There are oils that go with Oola, but again, none of this is an obligation to buy. You can actually practice the Oola lifestyle without buying any of it. There's ways that you can log on and follow them. They come to visits in the area. They have a website, and they actually have a really cool thing on their website that when you go to their website and you click on it, it will say, take the Oola Life Goal Test. And that's where you get on and you see what areas you're struggling with, what steps you can take to combat those struggles and to come back around and change your life. So go on there and take it. It's interesting enough, and it'll explain a lot more than I'm going to explain tonight. So if you are interested, I definitely think you should go on there because it will have a lot more information than I have. So, all right, I'm going to get started with what happened this week because I know you guys have busy nights, and I appreciate you logging on to listen to my, daily life family drama. I'm sorry, the lighting is kind of bad in here tonight, and I'm wearing a really dark shirt, which is not coming across so well. There is yuckiness going around. There's yuckiness going around at schools. My 13-year-old told me that in her math class alone this week, there was almost 13 people missing. Hey, Leona. Leona knows what I'm talking about. She works in a school, and her kid's in high school. It was gross this week. Lots of kids going, I can't say it because of compliance, but doing that. At my house, we had it, and it was gross. And so I know it's going around out there. I know that the the teachers are on, full alert. I'm hoping that they're doing a lot of hand washing. I'm hoping the teachers should just have masks. Like, we should put that on the teacher supply list or the student supply list, like those medical masks, and we'll just give them to the teachers periodically through the year. That's my it's my suggestion. That and wine. So this week we had the yuckies. And hey, Caroline. So my youngest had it. She's 8 and she's in 3rd grade. And she was not feeling so good. I'm trying to phrase this because of compliance, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. We weren't feeling very much like eating because nothing was really staying down. Really uncomfortable. It started Monday night, real early, right after dinner, which thank God she did not eat any of because it made for a much easier after. But she was sick. And so this was the first time that I can remember that I was like, okay, what can I do? Where are my oils? What can I do? So I reached out to my oil guru, who is Christy for me. She's in this group. She's my upline. She knows everything about it. I hope that I will be that person for you guys one day. But I reached out to her and I was like, okay, this is what's going on in my house. What can I use? What do I do? I had already started diffusing Purification and Thieves. This will, yes, I wish I had a hazmat suit, Leona, for everybody, including the dogs. But I did start diffusing Purification and Thieves in all of my diffusers, including the one in her room. That is a natural disinfectant, so it will pull those toxins out of the air. It smells really clean, smells really nice, and it starts getting rid of all those yuckies that are airborne right then. So I did start doing that, but I wasn't really sure what else I could do, especially since she's an 8-year-old, so she still falls in that like kid zone. I do have kid scents. Young Living has a line for kids that is already pre-mixed with the carrier oil. And I do have that. It's called Tummy Jies. But this seemed like I needed a bigger amount of oils because Tummy Jies did not seem like it was going to cut it. So, Jies is the adult version of Tummy Jies. It does not have the carrier oil in it. You can actually ingest this, but you need to do it with the Vitality one. 1 drop under your tongue, and I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't taste good. It tastes really bad. It's the worst 30 seconds of your life. But if you can manage to get through those 30 seconds of that drop under your tongue, you will feel much better. You can drink water right after, but give it that 30 seconds. I'm actually used to it now, so I don't mind the taste, but I did put it in my boss's mouth when he wasn't feeling well about 2 weeks ago, and the look on his face, I'm pretty sure he thought I poisoned him. Because I'm not gonna lie, it tastes that bad, but it works so quickly. So, anyhow, I did have that, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to put it under her tongue because she's so little and I didn't want her to feel like I was poisoning her. So, thankfully, that day I had gotten my oils in the mail and I got my Thieves roller. So, I immediately put that on the bottom of her feet to get those immunities starting to build right away. And then Christy emailed me back or wrote me back, and she said to do a combination. So, what I ended up doing was I took a drop of oregano. I know, sounds insane. Drop of oregano. And I put more Thieves on my hands and 1 drop of lemon. I mixed it with the carrier oil. For my family, we like grapeseed oil because it's a little bit better for our skin. It's not as heavy as like a olive oil or a coconut oil. So for me, I use that. So I mixed it with a couple drops of the grapeseed oil in a cup, and then I literally just took it and I massaged her stomach with it, like all around. Then I took 1 drop of Jies and put it right in her belly button and made her lay flat and just let that absorb. Then, and this is why I love keeping empty bottles. Never throw your bottles away. I have so many things you can do with them. But I have an empty bottle of peppermint because I use it a lot. So that was great because then I could just give it to her and she could open it and hold it right under her nose. And the oil was gone, so it wasn't super powerful, but it was just enough. And all I'm going to say about peppermint, because I'm trying to be compliant, is if you've ever been pregnant and you've had morning sickness, you know how much peppermint gum helps. That's all I'm going to say. So, same principle. Her smelling the empty bottle when she felt like she was going to need it seemed to help. So, when she came down, I did all of that. That was what I did, and then I put her to bed. Everybody on Facebook was telling me, oh my God, this is going to be really bad. My kid had it for 12 hours, and then she was down for 4 days and couldn't move, and I was like, oh my God, my job is going to kill me. So the next day, swear to God, hand to God, next day, woke up, immediately started asking for food. No other instances, no other issues. She seemed like she was back to her old self again. Because I love her teachers, I kept her home from school. You're welcome, Leona. And made her rest for the day. But we were fine, and she's been back to her old self since. So the ickies at my house only lasted about 5 hours. Not going to say it was because of the oils, because I can't, but I'm just saying. Got rid of it pretty fast in my house. So, there you go. That was my regimen. If you are feeling not so good, please reach out to me, because there's all kinds of things that we can do for all kinds of not feeling wells. So, now to the Oola, and which is my favorite subject in the world to talk about. So, my car says live Oola. My lifestyle is trying to be very Oola. I'm trying to make decisions that kind of follow that lifestyle. But what is it? Oola, and I'm actually have to read right from the actual definition. Oola is the state of awesomeness, a life that is balanced and growing in the key areas of health, fitness, career, relationships, and well-being. It's a destination, a describing actions, insights, and goals that lead to a balanced life. The ultimate plan for achieving balance in an unbalanced world, which is the name of their first book, which is great. I highly suggest it. I'm actually reading right now the Oola for Women book, which is even more awesome for me right now. But the idea behind Oola is that there's these two guys. Oola Guru is both of them, the Oola Seeker and the Oola Guru. There are these two guys that have put together this basic lifestyle program to help you live your best life, whatever that looks like for you, because it does look different for everybody. But the way they broke it down is there's 7 different categories of your life. And I've gone to see them several times when they do their seminars, and it's amazing, and I'm not going to do it justice. But the best analogy they have, and they actually do it live on stage with the plates and everything, which is amazing, is they have 7 plates, and they're spinning on sticks, like at a circus. And all 7, they start to spin all 7. But you will notice that the plates slow down. So he basically kind of shows you that if you focus on one plate, the rest of your plates eventually will crash. But if every day you go by and you tap your plate, then all of them will keep spinning. If you're checking in on those 7 key areas of your life every day, your plates will keep spinning. If you put too much focus on your career, your other areas of your life are going to fall apart. If you put too much focus on your family, your other areas of your life will fall apart. Kind of goes like that. So the idea behind Oola is to live your life in a way where you're checking in on these 7 things every day, even if it's just tiny goals every day, to live your most balanced life. So the 7 areas are, and I actually have the oils, so I'm going to show you. Finance, obviously, is a great one. Family. Friends, because that's a great, huge category in all of our lives that we need. Fun, which I know you mamas struggle with because you're so busy. Fitness, gotta have it. Field, which is kind of confusing. Field means your career. And then the last one is faith. And I swear I thought I had the oil for faith, and I don't. So I know what I'll be purchasing this month with my Oola point or my rewards points. But you do get them through Young Living because this is a partnership. The Oola guys are not affiliated with Young Living. They're not part of the organization, but they actually came on and did a partnership for these oils with Young Living. So the oils that they made to go along with their book are sold through Young Living and produced through Young Living. So that's the idea, is you need to check in with fitness. You need to check in with your finances, your family, your faith, your friends. Are you having fun? Are you living your best life? All of it every single day, or at least a couple times a month. Like, don't put all your eggs and your focus in one basket. I have been living and really devoted to this. Like I said, if you didn't see the beginning of the video, my license plate says Live Oola. I love these guys. I post about them a lot. I think if you go back in this feed, you'll see where I met them recently and talked to them again. They are incredible. The thing I love about them the most is that they are truly doing this out of the bottom of their hearts. They really just want everybody to live the best life that they can. And they're kind of like the Tony Robbins for our generation. And they are really into meeting their followers, and I don't want to make it sound like a cult, but they're the people that are part of this movement. And they're on Twitter, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook. They literally will respond. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Like, if I tag them in a post on Twitter, they'll like it, they'll respond to it. And it's not just because I've met them. Like, they meet a ton of people. They reach out and send private messages. Like, if you're following them on Instagram, maybe you're having a bad day and you post something, they will literally send you private messages, like giving you inspiration to get through that day. It's insane. And I know they have millions of followers now. They've been featured on a couple of news programs. I'm going to post the video about them after this video on the feed if you want to just check in with them. But they also do have a website. You can Google Oola and it will come up. But like I said, you don't have to buy the books or do the workbook or get the oils to do this lifestyle. You can actually just get on their website for free and take their little quiz. It basically just makes you, it says like, okay, finances from 1 to 10, like how are you saving money? Do you have a retirement? Blah, blah, blah. And it kind of puts into each category like, okay, what categories are you excelling at? What categories are you kind of staying, level? Or what categories are you really struggling with? So for me, when I started Oola, I had just gotten separated from my husband. So clearly my family was struggling. My finance was really struggling because I was basically working full time for the first time as a single mom and paying all my own bills and living on my own. So my finances took a huge hit. Fun, I don't even know what that is at that point. My friends were amazing, so that plate was on full tilt. It was spinning so fast. But my faith was shaken a little bit, so that took a hit. And fitness was not my priority at all. I had gained probably about 45, 50 pounds when I left my husband, just from stress. And then field. I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. That was basically the time period from April to August, end of August. I was completely lost. I was on my own for the first time ever in my whole life at 37. And it was incredibly scary. And Christy was like, I just started selling Young Living after using it for so many years. And I basically, Christy convinced me to come to the Young Living Convention just for 3 days, get out of town, go to the Young Living Convention, and the Oola guys were there. And at that point, I had never heard anything about them, didn't know the program, and they did their seminar, and halfway through their seminar, I'm not joking, I was in tears. It was like the most moving, emotional experience I've ever had. And afterwards, I waited in line, and I met them, and I talked to them for a few minutes, and they were like, oh my gosh, you're the perfect candidate for this program, like, you got to do this. They literally were like, here's all of our information, like, check in with us, we really want you to follow this. Get on the website, do the test, figure out what your next move is. And that seemed really daunting. But I took their test, and then I got their book and I read it. And that was life-changing for me because their book put everything in such simple terms. So I knew for me, fitness was going to be one of the big ones for me. And it seemed really overwhelming. I think anytime that you go into something, especially fitness and losing weight, and you have a hard time and a huge chunk of weight to lose, it can seem overwhelming. I know it did for me. And I didn't know where to get started. That's what they did. They basically said, okay, this is what you're going to write on your postcard every day. And you're going to tape it to your mirror or tape it to your fridge, somewhere you can see it. That your goal every single day is to walk 10 minutes. 10 minutes on a treadmill. Or your goal for this day is to drink 4 glasses of water. So, or for this month, your goal is to cut out rice from your diet. Like, it was really tiny, simple goals that I was able to motivate myself. So my goal was to eliminate sugar from my diet slowly and to go to the gym 3 times a week for 20 minutes. That was all I was going to do. So I started it. And I had my postcards up. They were around the house. I got on and I got the fitness oil. And probably around December, January, I started noticing huge benefits to my health. Things were happening. I was starting to lose the weight. I was starting to feel less stressed. I was starting to feel less tired. And I kept going. And by April, I had lost, I think it was like 40 to 45 pounds. So I was basically in shock, like, oh my gosh, within 6 months, this plate is spinning again just because I followed this program. And that was kind of how I kind of got into this, and now I've made some huge changes elsewhere in my life. So and it never ends. It's kind of like anything. Recently my daughter was like, Mom, you haven't really been talking about Oola a lot. And I was like, you know what? I haven't, and I've also been really stressed, and I've got some plates that I feel like are slowing down. So that was why I was like, okay, I need to jump back in. I need to reread the books. I need to redo the work. I need to get in there and check it out, make sure that all my plates are spinning again. So that's my shtick on Oola. Please feel free to IM me or text me if you have any questions or if you're interested in it all. The books you can get off Amazon. That's the cheapest place to get it. They do have the books on the Oola website, but I will tell you right now, they're cheaper on Amazon. So if you're interested, you can certainly get on there. If you want to talk about it, it's my favorite subject in the world. So anyways, I hope that this yucky stuff that is going around misses your house or your classroom. Thank you for logging in and checking that in tonight. I hope that you get some knowledge from this and get excited, and hopefully this helps you guys stay healthy. So I'm going to check in with you guys next week. I have a huge sale that I'm going to announce in April that's going to benefit all of you. Basically, you get free stuff just for referring a friend. Not only do you get credits too. So you'll get a $10 credit on your account, and you will get a free bottle of whatever oil you want up to $25. Aw, thank you, Leona. You're going to make me cry. Leona is my favorite person in the entire world. Also, funny story. So, Leona makes the most amazing elderberry syrup liquid ever. It's like magic in a bottle. Not only does it taste delicious, but I swear, it keeps you upright all the time. And she gave me a bottle at the beginning of this year, and like every day I take a swig. I literally drink right from the bottle, which I'm probably sure you're not supposed to do, but I drink right from the bottle. And thus far, have not been sick this year. Thank you, Leona. But every time someone in my house gets sick, I literally take another swig. So thank you for keeping me healthy while I'm trying to keep everybody else healthy. I miss you so much. Leona was my partner in crime back in my last job and in my life. She was, you still are. She is my go-to person for when my life is falling apart. She's my therapist. She's also the only person in my life that will call me on my shit, which I totally appreciate. So, anyhow, I've taken up too much of your Friday night, so I'm so glad that you guys logged in to say hi. If you didn't get the beginning of the video, go back and watch it, Christy. And I will see you guys all later.